Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? We're so excited to have you here today to join us regarding the business opportunity for India. And I am Becky,
And I'm Larry.
and we're uh, gold leaders with doTERRA, and we're super excited to be able to be building inside of India and having the opportunity to meet so many amazing people. And so we just want to welcome you to this recording and let us know if you have any questions or anything in the chat and or to the person who invited you so that way we can be sure that all of your questions are answered as you're making a decision to look at doTERRA as a business.
Yeah, so today in our discussion, we're just going to talk about, what is direct sales and how does network marketing work? So we're going to take it, just going to take a look at what makes doTERRA a really good opportunity and why we chose doTERRA and in what actual work do you need to do if you want to become a doTERRA wellness advocate? And then what do you want to achieve? I mean, when we first joined, I thought it was, oh, it'd be a great idea if we could earn enough just to pay for our product and stuff like that. That would be cool if we introduced a few people and they saw the advantages that we saw. And other people want to replace an income, and we'll show you how you can do that. And just see what kind of support system doTERRA offers and how you can take those next steps to achieve the dreams that you want to achieve.
And we talked about how network marketing in our world was, so many people come into our print shop. We owned a print shop for 28 years, and so many people came into our shop and said, "Hey, you guys need to do network marketing with us." And we're like, "Oh my gosh, we have a real business."
Yeah, well,
We're-
it always felt like kind of a hard sell, like they were trying to convince you to do something or buy something, because that's the product that that they had, and they needed customers and stuff like that. And so we always shunned away from that business model.
Yeah. But as I recognized my journey was I was really sick. We had this print shop, it was thriving, it was going and going. We had to buy the building, we had to buy the equipment, we had to hire the employees and then quit. We'd hire another employee and then we'd have to pay them sales tax. Oh my gosh, so
It
many
was
things.
it was a lot of work.
Yeah, and the stress was just really killing my body. And I really was deteriorating. And when someone introduced me, my friend Cindy introduced me to these amazing oils, it perked me up. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really helping me. This is like, these products are really incredible. And they spoke to me. There was something completely different about these essential oils. And I fell in love with the oils. And I started to take a look at what this was. And Suzanne, she came and taught my first class at my house. She happened to be coming to a wedding here in our community, and we threw a class together, and I had 11 people at that class, and all 11 people were interested, and they all eventually signed up. And then that really perked my interest. I'm like, wait a minute. It was pretty much right after the economy crashed, and I thought maybe it would be really good to have a side thing going to be able to earn a little extra money on the side that's really helping people with natural solutions. And I started to really become disenchanted with our medical system and start looking for other ways to help support our bodies. And so that validation of when my body was really starting to heal and that when people were signing up and people were really enjoying the product, I thought, there's something really here. So I jumped in with a leap of faith. And Larry, was there right there with me. You have a little story too, Larry.
Well, I think the big thing too is I was skeptical, but when they solved your issue, because we had spent so much time over the years going to different doctors and trying to figure out, what could assist you or help you with your digestive issues, and just one simple drop of a digestion oil seem to solve your issues. And then you start looking at things that I had that I didn't even think were issues, like sleeping issues. I just thought that was just stress related. But when Becky gave me a sample of wild orange, it really was a refreshing, relaxing oil for me. and it really just assisted me in sleeping. So it was just kind of weird. And I was going like, maybe there is something to these oils that they have this benefit that our bodies really adapt to. And so they were just solving issues for people that weren't getting them through other means, whether it be over the counter or through going to the doctors.
Yeah, it's just the journey has been incredible to watch people start to improve their health, and there's nothing better than that, that's for sure. Um, and um,
So when you look at direct sales and as we became involved in direct sales, um, you're trading time for money. So we were trying to hire the best employees for a certain amount of money for them to perform a function for us. And they had to work the specific hours that we needed them to work. I mean, when the business was open and during busy times, we couldn't let them take time off. And so that was they were earning the money we paid them. And their time was limited, and our time was limited too. We took very few vacations when we ran that business for 28 years. And they were there, building our dreams and hopefully, building this successful business that we owned. And then you look at, authentic direct sales is that you're trading it's that you're earning a true residual income. So you're building that income in the amount of time you want to put into the business. And so there's no limits on advancements or earnings. There's no scheduled time you need to do it. And if you need to take time off to do something with your family, you have that freedom to choose your schedule. And so you know what? You're building your own dream and not someone else's.
And what I think that's the most important part about this conversation is that when I think about our print shop and the equipment we had to purchase, the marketing, I had to design the logo, I had to design all the flyers and marketing pieces. And doTERRA does that for you in this business. We have a lot of amazing pictures and tools and things to use. And the other thing too is going out and sourcing all the product. They go out and find all the product and stuff. And I remember when we were trying to work on, designing binders and envelopes and different things for people. We had to go out and find that and get those quotes and stuff. And it was really a
Every
struggle.
detail fell on our
Yeah.
shoulders, and we had to provide those things.
I
But
remember we were just reminiscing. We had our anniversary on Tuesday and we were talking about the problems at the shop that we had and we would have a supplier and pay all this money for a supplier to do something for us and then it'll come back wrong or something and there's always these other problems that happen and doTERRA takes care of that for you. Things aren't perfect, like anything you do, it's not going to be 100% perfect, but as we're opening up this market and unfolding systems and processes and new products and things, it's always so exciting and a lot of really great things happening for the India market.
so why doTERRA? If you're going to choose like a direct selling or a network marketing company, to build as a business, the advantages of doTERRA is that it's a complete holistic wellness company. I mean these oils when you learn about them, how they source them, how they're processed and bottled and everything like that, it's that they are just so pure and natural and potent and they work. And it really does. Once you start building your business, it really addresses, a health need and also a financial need. And then you're building in a culture of collaboration, so you're not competing against anybody. And then, doTERRA also has a culture of giving and it has a global impact. And you'll learn how to do that and how they have healing hands and global impact sources that we can give back and improve other people's lives. And so the most important thing about the product is that it works. And you'll see that it works because they have a retention rate of 75%. So once people try the oils and purchase the oils, 75% of them continue to purchase the product. In other industries, the average is only 10 to 12%. And then doTERRA pays out 48% in commissions, and that's the highest in the network marketing industry. and they're privately owned. And so those are all really big advantages of choosing doTERRA.
And what I love about, I've actually talked to other people working in other network marketing companies, and I had one guy who was at the top, and he said, "Oh my gosh, my company just changed the compensation plan, and I lost half of my income." Well, guess what, you guys? doTERRA just gave us a enhancement on our commissions, and so we have more bonuses and systems available to us to enhance our income. And it's all about the structure of the business, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. So, yeah.
And so here's a look at doTERRA's global headquarters. The one in the United States is just outside of Salt Lake City in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And it was founded in May of 2008. And the India headquarters is now in Bangalore. And you can see that big, beautiful building there in Bangalore.
Yeah, brand new building right by the freeway. So there's going to be a big sign out there somewhere, I guess. And super excited. We're going to be there in a couple of weeks to check it out. And looking forward to our convention coming up as well. And so we have had the opportunity to meet every single one of these owners, shake their hand. I've got photos of some of them. I can't find mine with Emily. I'm so frustrated. But here's just the breakdown of the people who had the brains behind of starting doTERRA. And a lot of other companies just have one owner or two owners. And these guys have been in the industry of network marketing and the holistic wellness industry for a very long time. And so collectively together, they have such a powerhouse of information and they really know their stuff. They're genuinely really professional and kind people. And we got to see David Sterling again just a few weeks ago, and he's back. He was on a missionary for a couple of years. And so when you think about the leadership of these guys going out, taking time and doing missionary work alongside with working with doTERRA. It's just a true calling of what we're doing here to, I like their phrase, we help the world heal.
Yeah.
And doTERRA is all over the world. We're super excited that doTERRA has opened up in India. It was one of the last countries, the biggest country in the marketplace and with the most population. So there's so much opportunity here. And looking towards understanding more the Ayurvedic medicines, which India understands, and but you don't have to just stop there. You can actually build teams in other countries. I know Suzanne and Matt have some in Brazil. I have a few people in Europe and a few people in Australia and France. So it's kind of fun to see other markets and stuff where people can purchase and get these beautiful oils. And I pulled this slide from a few years ago of our leadership class. And I felt that that was really important just when we're talking about a lot of direct marketing companies that are in India, where doTERRA is. And doTERRA, this is again 4 years ago already. And so I know that we're almost a $3 billion company now. And so when we're looking at really the growth and the expansion of what doTERRA is doing with inside of India, we're sourcing product in India. We're doing a lot of healing hands programs in India. And it's just a lot of focus in the India market right now. So pretty exciting. And one of the things that's really important about that is we are looking for people and to join our teams that are people orientated, that are really wanting to help heal the world. We want to focus on people. And when you look over here at this slide, over on this one, traditional network marketing culture is all about the money or all about the business. And they think that they can become filthy rich or have lots of money, which, yeah, we want to make money, of course, but it doesn't stay strong and stay true for a long period of
Mhm.
time. It's like a up and down, hit and miss thing when you're pushing as a used car salesman kind of conversation. And that's what's been a huge turnoff for a lot of people, I think. And so when we are really looking to serve people, I have leaders that know how to do aroma touch massages and they go and help and they're really making a difference with people and their health and wellness. And it's just I have so much pride and so much genuinely, I don't know what the word is. It's just it makes you feel good that people are really making a big
Yeah, it's
difference. And
about wanting to help people and sharing the products which work and then creating the business opportunity and building it with strength and a good foundation.
yeah, and so that's what we are here. Like we're teaching these classes. We have series of classes that we're working on and really helping our leaders come on board and understand the difference between our company and how we can be focused on the products, help people learn more about the products, and the business comes right, follows right behind if we're following those systems.
Exactly.
And
So here's just the really basic but just the foundation of how to build a business, and it's called PIPES. And each one, and this is the acronym that stands for first you prepare. So you use the products, and you just think to yourself, who could benefit from some of these products that might have health issues? And then you go ahead and you invite people to learn about them in to do an introduction class. And then you present the class and you share the message and the wellness and the financial opportunity. And then you help people enroll and get these oils into their hands and learn how to use them. And then you support them. And you stay in touch with them and you help them use the oils and share the oils with others.
yeah, and this is just a simple duplicatable system that is designed to help make this business just really approachable, reachable, workable, all that stuff. And we are actually working on doing part of this for you. So with the red circles on this chart, it's around the P for prepare, I for invite, and E for enroll. If you focus on those things, get your list together, like Larry said, invite people. So call people up, say, hey, I got a class on Tuesday, invite them to the class. We will teach the class. We want to teach you how to teach the class. But as you're bringing on new leaders and stuff, it can be so overwhelming at first. It's like all these things to do. And we're moving fast, people. We've got lots of things happening, super excited about new products coming. And so we want to help try to simplify this even more so we can teach these things. And then the supporting is through mentoring, making sure everybody understands how you can build your team and make the most amount of money. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the compensation here. And of course, we can do a deep dive into this and take hours on and then just really understanding how you can really make a big difference in your income. And doTERRA is paying 48% of the commissionable volume that doTERRA sells. So like if we, and you're getting paid that. And so I want to ask you, I'm going to just skim over the top of this just to get you a breath of what this is. So you're going to want to ask your person who invited you today to go into a deep dive with that. And we have videos on that as well. But the commissions here, the commissions part, we have the sharing bonus. So when you share and invite people to come to doTERRA, you're going to earn a bonus on that. And then you get paid on the unit level, which is commissions on every order after they come on board. And so that is where the residual income is. And when you can really build a strong team of people ordering every month and so on, you're going to have that be duplicatable and make that really work well for you. And of course, you can sell these products as well with retail. It's not as sustainable to do that. I think it's important to be able to get people to have an account and have them learn how to order on a monthly basis if they choose to go that route. Okay, and then the bonuses, we have the power of three. So if you're able to structure your team in a way where you have three leaders, and when they're ordering every month at a certain volume, then you get an extra bonus. And then we have leadership pools, which is as you start to rank up into the leadership pools and you're doing enrollments and doing other things that have you fulfill those obligations, and you get additional shares and bonuses fulfilling those. And then we have what's only a limited time, you guys, is the Founders Club. And the Founders Club is 40 seats. And I'm going to go into that in a little more detail here, actually. So let me just go ahead and show you this next slide about your earning potential within doTERRA. And this is with the ranking. We consider elite to be the first core rank inside of doTERRA's compensation structure. Elite is when you have your downline volume to get to over 3,000 OV or PV, which is product volume. And when you have sustained that over a few months and have a really strong amount going on there, you can earn anywhere from 30,000 to 40,000 Indian rupees. And when you start to get two leaders under you that are doing at least 2,000 overall volume or team volume, then um, and then you have a full team of 5,000 volume, you can earn anywhere between 50,000 to 100,000 Indian rupees. So it just is a range depending on your structures, your bonuses, how many people you've enrolled, and so when you're getting your leadership pools as well. And with our enhancement um, goals, you can also add more to that as well. To become silver, you would need to have three elites. So you can see now how we're duplicating the structure where three elites here are underneath this, and then you become silver. This is really a powerful, great income earning to help maybe supplement your income. And then to reach goal, you would have three premiers. And that means three leaders that have leaders under them. And that becomes the structure of leaders teaching leaders. And this duplication process really has to become a strong foundation of being able to have that happen. And this is an incredible amount of money you can make there. Again, it depends on your LRP, your loyalty reward programs and the different structures and the power of three structures and stuff like that. And once you can get that really solidified, it doesn't take much to jump up to platinum, which then is three silvers, which have three elites underneath each silver. So you'd have nine elites underneath you, right? And then diamond becomes four silvers. So you're starting to really build a team structure of having more leaders. And the goal here with doTERRA is to be able to be always building, always enrolling, always growing your team to be able to, if you're really looking to get up into the higher ranks of doTERRA. Okay, so now, so some people say, well, Becky, how many hours does that take? So really, if you want to just like pay for your products, so a lot of people love the products. Maybe they don't want to build the business, but they want to just make enough money to pay for the products every month. Yeah, maybe 3 to 5 hours a week. You want to follow up with people, you want to invite them to a class, and be able to help teach them, do one-on-one classes, invite them to a coffee house or something like that. And then I would recommend you to build to elite rank. And this is your first structure of your team, again, the core rank, and it gives you enough money to be able to pay for your orders. Then the second column here is to actually supplement your income. This may be a little bit more money, or you can maybe pay for your light bill or your water bill, or maybe gas for the car, things like that. And this is a really powerful one. I thought this is where I was going to be, just enough to kind of add a little bit more money, because I still loved running our print shop, but it was nice to be able to have a little extra money.
And you got there very quickly.
Yeah, I got to Premier in 2 months or 3 months, I think.
Mhm.
And so Premier is kind of the rank where you want to be. Then you realize that you're starting to have leaders underneath you where they start to get momentum. And if as I taught those leaders to start doing their own classes and doing their own independence of me, then they start running on their own. And that's where that momentum starts happening, where you're able then to get your residual income you start to see the light of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to replace your income, you're going to want to build the silver to gold rank, even to maybe diamond rank, I would have to say is really in those ranges, depending on your level of lifestyle and what your expectations are. And the consistency of the business is really important as well. And and I think this is really important to always be having at least a class a week, 2 to 3 classes a week, excuse me. And I remember when Matt told me, Becky, you're going to want to have 3 classes a week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? But when you start to have your team down below you and you start to really, they're teaching classes and then you're adding to those classes, you're doing follow-ups, it becomes 5 to 10 classes sometimes where you're really doing a lot of support and help with that. So it comes very naturally that way. Um, and Matt had this slide on one of his classes, and I thought it was really pretty profound. Our goal is to fill up a whole baseball stadium of diamonds in our team. And I think that having India be with 1.5 billion people. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much opportunity here. So much opportunity. I know people in my team here in the United States who they just build in Whatcom County or Washington State, and they're doing really well. And there's some people who just go all over, right? So it just depends on what your goals are and really where you want to go. But there's no borders with doTERRA. And when you really look at what your income opportunities can be, it's there. Now, I also wanted to show this Founders Club. doTERRA, when they decided to open up the market in India, Founders Club is something that they do in every market. doTERRA said, we're going to have 40 positions inside of India, 40 seats. And when somebody reaches gold for 3 times within 6 months, then they become a coveted founder. Now, there's other requirements as they need to sustain that, need to keep going with that over time. But doTERRA at the first of the next year, they get 1% of the commissionable cells in India, and it's divided between 40 seats. So if someone, as they fulfill these seats, the more they get, then that's going to be broken up between those 40 people. But we're still new in the market. This is not as much right now, but it's going to be a ton down the road as more members come along with doTERRA. Now, here's your support system. There's tons of people who are working inside of India, and you have your personal mentor. Me and Larry are working inside of India. We got Suzanne, Pete, Natalie, all these different people who are from different markets who are investing their time, their money, their energy, and helping doTERRA grow the market of India. And take advantage of that person's time and be able to learn from them. This is your business. This is something where we want to be able to help you grow and sustain that business. And doing mentoring once a week is really valuable for you if you decide that you want to grow into the higher ranks. Personal mentoring is really important because there's so many things that are happening that sometimes it's hard to capture all of them, or that we start focusing on one thing and then we forget about this other thing. And it's really good to kind of help kind of succinctly keep that together and having ideas that come up to help support you. There's a ton of online training. There's a lot of leaders like this that have a lot of online videos, and you even have a doTERRA website with lots of training on the doTERRA websites, from safety of the oils to different essential oils to the list is a lot. We have these weekly Zoom meetings. We do 2 meetings a week led by different leaders. And we invite you as you grow your business and stuff to become one of those leaders to help us teach these. We want to teach you to teach these kinds of classes, which is really valuable and important. And then we have a lot of corporate support. Our corporate team inside of India is just incredible. They truly love you just like we do, and they really want you to grow. Their job relies on that, right? They rely on you growing your business so that they know that doTERRA will be successful. And they have access to different things that we don't have. They can look back in the back office, they can see the shipping things. They are there for a lot of different support. And then every team has weekly or monthly team calls. And I know we do one every Sunday. And so team calls are super important. It's a great way to have lots of collaborative efforts with the team and to be able to help build that community and that strength behind building doTERRA together. So will this work for you? If you're a new person on this call, I would like to know who is new on this call. So reach out and go ahead and type in the chat that you're new to doTERRA. And if you're new, like, are you wondering if this will work for you? And I know I ask that question still from time to time. Is this working? Because it is natural. And I think that we have part of our brain that likes to pull us back and be a little negative once in a while. And but to build your personal development and to love natural health solutions, to love to help people, if you're somebody like that, and if you can follow a system, then this will be for you. I know one of my strengths is I love people, and my biggest strength is natural wellness. I am a stan more so than ever that we have natural solutions as options in our life. As I see so much going on in the medical system and the medical world, we have to have these available to us. It's not a choice anymore. And I have to get these choices to people. And following a system, that is something that I rely on other people to help me with. And so that's where that team collaboration really comes together.
Mhm.
And okay. So your next steps is to follow up with your mentor, talk to the person who invited you today, and to really ask them like how to help you, how you can schedule your mentor calls, how you can get information, get connected with these team groups. Make sure you do have your account set up, that you have been buying products. The key, you guys, I heard this years ago and I never really understood it. But I know it more so now than ever is that people said you have to use the oils every day. And when people start to fall out of like their um, consistency or something, it's because they're not using the oils. And I kind of find that with myself too. Sometimes we get going busy with our day, but putting the oils and using the oils, it just really actually they keep you in a good mindset. They keep you moving forward with really health and feeling good, and you have the energy to keep moving forward.
Yeah, you just create that routine.
Yeah. So check out too when our next business launch calls are. He has on the slide next Monday, but it's actually not. We are still working on that launch system, and so we're gonna stay tuned with that. And let's see if anybody has any questions. And I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to turn off the recording to be able to answer everybody's questions.